Well, we're very excited to be moving on to the championship game. I thought Vermont was an excellent opponent. They gave us all we could handle tonight, and it was a back-and-forth game. I think the fans got their money's worth.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open by taking questions for the athletes. Again, just raise your hand, wait for the mic, and then state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Barry Scanlon, Lowell Sun. Question for Michael. Michael, you scored the first goal of the game tonight, and going into the game, UMass Lowell defenseman led all teams in the nation in goals scored. That happened, Mike, and is it a fluke thing, or is it something that you guys put a lot of pride into?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't even know that stat coming into the game, but I think it's just part of our hard work throughout the season, and pays off.
Go
ahead. Sean Hutchin, Lowell Sun. For either one of the players, how much did your experience of playing here and playing in championship games play into tonight's game?
I think it's very important. We have 3 seniors, myself included, a handful of juniors, handful of sophomores. So I think that that veteran leadership and leading the younger guys is a key component to our success.
Matt Gennaro, WUML. Terrence, this is your 3rd time to the Garden. What does this mean to you for the team, senior leadership you just mentioned?
Yeah, it's pretty special to be here for a 3rd time. Obviously, not a lot of people get the chance to do it once, and I've had the opportunity to do it 3 times, so it's pretty special, and hopefully we can finish the job tomorrow.
Any other questions for the athletes?
For Terrence, since you've been here the longest, it seems, how impressive is it, given the turnover that you guys have had since the first time you were in the championship game, to be back here 3 years in a row now?
I think it's kudos to the guys that came before us. Guys went through a lot for our program and for our culture, and kind of it was a stepping stone for us. And obviously we have great coaching and great leadership in Cameron, Suits, and Whitey, and it's pretty special what we're going through, and just happy to be a part of it.
Terrence, Dave Hendrickson, U.S. College Hockey Online. You talked about the culture of the team. Can you, what is it in your mind makes up the culture of being a Riverhawk?
The culture is on and off the ice, just hard work. I think we're all humble guys. We all work hard. We put in a lot of extra work before practice, after practice, in the mornings. So I think it's just, I think it's kind of that dog mentality, have an underdog mentality, and again, we just work really hard, and I think that's part of our culture.
Any more questions for the athletes? All right, you guys can head back to the locker room. Thank you. We'll take questions for Coach.
Hey, Coach, Matt Langoni, Lowell Sun. Can you just talk about their first goal, or their only goal? It looked like there may have been a trip in there that kind of went unnoticed. You can see it on the replay where we were up on the 9th floor. I don't know if you caught it, or if what kind of your vantage point was on their goal there.
My vantage point was pretty good because it was right by our bench, and yeah, I thought there was a little interference, but those are the types of things that happen at times, and you got to get over it. And thankfully for us, I thought the response was fairly quick, and we were able to get the next one.
Coach, we saw Michael Loria have a fire that we haven't seen in a couple games. What do you attribute to that?
He's been playing the last couple of games. Is that what you're referring to?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it looks like he was playing at a higher level today.
Yeah, well, I think he's been playing pretty well, frankly, in the last couple of games. He managed to score tonight, and when you get contributions from your freshmen, it's obviously a big deal, but half our team is freshmen. So it's I'm happy he got the chance to contribute, and it ended up the game winner, I believe.
Go, Mike.
Nor Michael Vega, Boston Globe. I'll pose the same question I posed to Terrence. Is that, given the turnover that you guys have faced, since the first time you've been here, what were the chances you gave this team of getting to this point, given, all the new faces you had to incorporate into the squad?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. I guess I never gave it too much thought because it's it's wasted mental energy on my, if I did that. We try to make every team we have the best it can possibly be, and we've yet to find out how good this team can be. And there are some upperclassmen that have been through some wars, have been through some battles, so they've done a nice job of bringing along some of the younger guys. Tonight, you saw 2 transfers that sat out last year. Boyle, I thought, was very, very strong in net, and I thought Francis played a key role in playing against the other team's top line. So, those 2 guys came in, apart from the freshmen, to bolster a lineup.
Go, Jeff.
Jeff Cox, SB Nation. Coach, 9 different guys had a point. No one had more than a point. What does that kind of say about your balanced attack and your next man up mentality? It just seems like you don't have one superstar you rely on.
Yeah, we've got. You're absolutely right. It's contributions from a lot of different guys. And the last week, especially game 1 in the playoffs, I think we had 4 different lines contribute in that 5-0 win. So it's terrific. I think it helps you maybe go at opponents a different way. You can just keep rotating lines and not have to worry about matchups at the same time. You don't always get the contributions from all 4 lines, but it's sure a nice thing when it does happen.
Norm, Mike Z with the Portsmouth Herald. Kevin was in here earlier talking about how he thought Lowell got stronger as this game went along. Would you agree with that, and what would you attribute that to, if that's the case?
Yeah, I'd have to digest it a little bit. I thought that our third period was very strong. I like the way we closed it out. Their team, I think their coaching staff did an excellent job. They were spreading the ice out so much that it was tough to cover. And they did an excellent job of spreading us out. And when that happens, you see some odd man rushes, and you saw a couple of them. Thankfully for us, we were able to keep them out of the net. So I guess the best way to describe, we were able to navigate some of those momentum shifts and not have them go against us. But, it's I'll take the compliment from an opposing coach. I thought they had a great team, and we feel very fortunate to get past this game and look forward to tomorrow.
No, I'm plenty of motivation tonight, but last night at the awards banquet, no Riverhawk on the first team, second team, or honorable mention. Was that something you brought up with the team before the game?
Yeah, I did it this morning. I thought it was something worth mentioning, but at the same time, Wally, I think, mentioned it to you while he's up here. It's contributions from a lot of different guys. And we've got an excellent league, a 12-team league now as opposed to 10. I think you could have 3 all-star teams. And hopefully if we had 3, we'd have a couple of guys in there.
One more question for Coach.
Norm, could you just expand on Boyle's performance today? 30 saves, 12 in the third period, and the goal that he did let up as we talked was a tough one to avoid. Just talk about his performance.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I thought he played very, very well. He's been getting better as the season goes along, and I thought the playoffs, he's brought it to another level. So we're looking forward to him playing some more hockey. We were in the exact same position as Vermont was coming into the game. It's do or die. So maybe he saved his best hockey for last, and we're sure glad to have him.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.